Hello, today I will be showing you how to fix a dress. So I have a dress that is a little too big. Well, it's not big, just the straps are too long. So I'm going to show you how to shorten them. So this is my dress. It's my birthday dress. The straps are really long. We're gonna go ahead and try to see how much of the strap we need to shorten and then just mark it up with a white pencil or any color. And now to start removing the thread, we're gonna use a needle and just kind of pull up a little bit until we get enough of the thread out. And we're gonna be careful so that we don't mess anything up. And keep doing it until it all comes off. I almost got it. Almost got it. We're gonna be careful. Yay, got it. And now there's just a bunch of thread everywhere, so we're just gonna remove all of it, cut it off, making sure that we're leaving a nice clean area so that we can start sewing. So we're gonna line up the strap where we marked it up to where we're gonna sew it onto the dress. So you can kind of see where it was before. So we're gonna use this needle with a small hole. There are some needles with larger holes, but we want a small one because the dress is pretty thin material, so we want a small hole so that we don't damage the dress. And now we're gonna go ahead and grab the thread using black because I don't have a navy blue. And we're gonna hope that you can't tell the difference, but we don't care. So we're just gonna go ahead and use black. We're gonna cut a little bit here because it's kind of fuzzy. And just gonna see how much we need. We're just gonna get enough for one strap first because we're gonna do each strap separately. So we just need to see how much thread we need. So we're just gonna go ahead and pull, and then cut here. I think that's enough for one side. And now we're gonna try to get this thread in the needle. I sometimes lick the end right there so that it can go in easily. It's usually pretty hard to get this in there. Oh, I got it on the first try. That never happens. I got it. Can't believe I did that so fast. So now we're gonna line up the two end pieces. It's kind of hard to see with my black shirt, but so we're gonna line them up and then we're gonna tie a knot. So we want to tie a knot here because you need a knot when you're putting the needle in, when you're starting. You need a starting point. So we're just gonna do a little knot like this, and awesome. I think that's pretty good right there. That looks good to me. Yep. I'm gonna just put it right there. So I'm gonna remove the whatever you call it, the pin. That's what it's called, pin. I'm gonna move the pin. And then with the needle, to start off, I'm gonna start from the inside because you want this knot thing not to be visible. You want the knot to not be visible. So I'm gonna do the first, I'm right here at the section where I removed. That first one was kind of hard to stick in. So sometimes I try to do as much as I can, and then I push down. It's a little easier. So I'm gonna pull this all the way out, and then we test to see if the thread is gonna go all the way through, and it didn't go all the way through. I mean, it stopped where I wanted it to, so the knot that I tied was good enough. So now we're gonna, there are different ways to, like, you can either do a straight line. This is really hard to show you, but it's really hard to show you, but basically there is already a line in the dress. So you just kind of follow where that line is, and then just go all the way through. Go in from one side and go out the other. Go in and out, in and out. That's what everyone said. So again, this is hard to push in right now, so I'm basically holding where I want the needle to go through and then pushing down, because it's much easier to get the needle to go all the way through if you're pushing down. So again, I'm just going straight across, pushing down again. You want to be careful that you don't poke yourself. I do tend to poke myself sometimes, but I don't care. And surprisingly, I can't really see that it's black. So that's awesome, right? Okay, so we want to go all the way to the end of the strap and make sure that we're not only tightening like in the middle, you want to get the ends too, this end, and this is actually my first time doing a strap, but I'm gonna do a loop like right at the end here. So I'm gonna loop it. So I'm gonna bring this part back in on the outside of the strap. I'm gonna go on the outside of the strap, but as close to the strap as possible. And then go in here. So from the inside, I'm gonna pinch the strap and kind of go through the dress on the inside. So instead of putting the needle all the way through the back of the dress, I'm just pinching and grabbing from the inside and just kind of doing that a few times to make sure that it's nice and secure on the inside of the dress. Sometimes I do a little loop like this and stick the needle through here because I feel like that secures it a little bit more. So this is what I mean. From the inside, I'm all the way at the end of the strap. I was over here when I was showing you before. It's hard to tell with all this extra stuff going on. But so basically this is the strap here, right over here, and then this is the part of the dress. But this is the inside. I'm totally done, so now I'm trying to figure out what I need to do with this. I'll usually loop and stick the needle in the middle. Leave it as a circle right here. Stick my finger right there. Pull and tighten as much as I can so that now there's a knot in here. And now that there's a knot, I kind of just try to do any random thing to Try to do any random thing to get... Poked myself. Try to do any random thing to get this thread to stay in place. You can do a knot, tie it like you tie your shoes, or don't tie it like you tie your shoes. Sometimes I'll just keep doing little, just go this, put this in there, and then do that loopy thing. It's really hard to see what I'm doing. And now I don't have enough thread to keep doing that, so I'm just going to keep doing that little circle thing that I was doing here. I'm actually going back into the dress. And then what I'll usually do is cut almost all of it, because I still want to tie some of this as much as I can. Now I'll usually do, like I'm about to start tying my shoes. And I'll usually do that like 2 times, maybe 3 times. 3 times if you are paranoid about it. Which I am, I won't lie. Okay, so now I feel like it's pretty secure. Cut that off. And now I have a shorter strap. Yay! It was super long before. Do you remember how long it was? This is how much extra strap I had, and it was super, super stretchy. So now I'm gonna cut. I want to leave just a little bit extra, so I'm gonna cut maybe up to here. Tiny little bit extra, I don't want too much. There's no point of having all that extra. So now, there we go. Oh my gosh, I did it. I'm so awesome. I'm so awesome. So now I want to show you how it actually looks once I'm done. That's how it looked. This is the original. That's how it looked when the pros did it, I guess. And this is how it looked when I did it. You can tell the difference, but whatever. And now, this is the back of my dress. Okay, so my straps are fixed. And then if you can get a close-up of like here and here. So that's what I fixed.
15 seconds.
And now go back. We did it. We did it.